In the land in Kunwi, where the river sang and the drums never ceased, people believed that every man's destiny was written on the wind. Yet sometimes, destiny wears a mask of hardship before it reveals its true face. There lived a young man named Kofi, son of a farmer. He was not poor in wisdom. Oh no, for he had studied the secrets of numbers and trade. But the world had not opened its gates to him. To survive, he swept the dusty paths of the town square. Add dramatic pause, like a crowd speaking to a live audience. Now, children, listen well. The broom in a man's hand does not mean his mind is empty. One morning, as the sun rose red like a drumskin, Kofi walked quickly through the marketplace. The smell of roasted maize filled the air. Sellers called out their prices. Goats bleated, and children chased each other between the stalls. Then an old woman, wrapped in faded cloth, raised her voice. Son, can you help me, please? Kofi paused. He was in a hurry, for there was an important gathering in the palace that very day. But he could not ignore the trembling voice. What do you need, mother? My feet have carried me through many moons, but they are tired now. Buy me sandals, size 38, so I may walk with dignity. Kofi's pockets were light, but his heart was heavy with kindness. He went to the sandal maker. The man, as merchants often do, began to argue over prices. There was bargaining, laughter, back and forth like the beating of talking drums. Finally, Kofi offered all he had and bought the sandals. The old woman blessed him, whispering, Young man, generosity plants seeds the future will water. May your kindness return to you 1,000-fold. At the same time, in the great palace of Chief Obeng, the council prepared to choose a new trade advisor. The chief's daughter, Alma, known for her sharp mind, had gathered the youth of the town. Many arrived dressed in fine robes, their heads held high. Among them was Kwame, a boastful man who claimed to have studied in distant lands. He bowed to Alma's assistant, ESI, and whispered sweet words, saying, This position was made for me. ESI, flattered, pushed his name forward, even before others had spoken. Soon after, Kofi arrived late. His clothes were plain. Dust clung to his sandals. When he handed ESI his papers, she frowned. You studied numbers, yes, but the place is already taken. The only work left is to sweep these very halls. Do you accept or not? Kofi bowed. Work is work. I will sweep with honor. And so, my children, a man of wisdom was given a broom, while a man of pride was given the chief's pen. But time reveals all things. Alma gave Kwame his first test. Prepare a plan to grow the kingdom's trade. Show the profits, show the risks, show the future gains. Kwame smiled boldly. Leave it to me. But inside, his heart shook like leaves in the wind, for he knew nothing of such matters. Late at night, he sat in the council room, staring at empty papers. Kofi, sweeping nearby, saw him sighing. Brother, Kwame begged, help me. I will pay you any price. But Kofi shook his head. Knowledge is not for sale like yams in the market. A man must carry his own burden. When the day came, the hall filled with elders, advisors, and the great Chief Obeng himself. Drums sounded to mark his arrival. He sat his staff of authority shining with cowrie shells. Bring me the plan, he said. Kwame trembled, his tongue tied. Alma looked at him with disappointment. Then, quietly, Kofi stepped forward. Great Chief, may I speak? The hall fell silent. The broom still hung from his belt, but his voice carried the weight of knowledge. He spread the papers and spoke. If we trade palm oil instead of dried fish, if we bring cola nuts instead of cowhides, the profits will rise like the morning sun. Even if storms strike, the gains will stand. The return on our labor will be great. I have measured the risks, and even in dark days, the kingdom shall not fall. The chief leaned forward. And how do you know this, sweeper? Kofi replied, Because I learned the language of numbers at the great school of Casa Grande. Though life made me a sweeper, my mind still walks among scholars. The hall erupted in whispers. Chief Obeng stood and struck the floor with his staff. From this day, no broom shall hide your wisdom. You shall lead the council of trade. As for Kwame, leave this place in shame. The people celebrated with drums and dancing. The old woman with the sandals appeared once more, smiling, for she had seen what kindness could do. Alma, moved by Kofi's humility, offered him not only the council seat, but also friendship that grew into something deeper. And the elders told the children, never look down upon the humble, for the broom may sweep dust, but within the hand that holds it may rest the wisdom to guide a nation. Dear viewers, what lessons did you take from this story? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this story, give us a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell so you never miss another tale. Until next time, stay blessed